Welcome everyone. My name is Nicole and today we have a 30-minute full body flow. So we'll touch on all the things and begin seated. So maybe you want to sit up on a block, a bolster. If you find your knees are riding high or it's just more comfortable for you, wherever you're at, we're going to take a moment to arrive, connect to our breath. Maybe start to sway side to side, grow a little through your spine. Feel free to close the eyes down here and begin breathing deeply in through the nose and out the nose. Breathing deeply in and out. Just spend the next few moments completely focusing on your breath, and if the mind wanders, just bring it back. Go ahead now, bring your hands to heart center. Maybe pick a word that pops into your mind that resonates with you, that you'd like to see more of in your life, something you can dedicate your practice to. And we'll drop the hands, switch the cross on your legs. Inhale the arms overhead, fingers high. Exhale, let them float back down. Inhale, big sweeping motion. Exhale. Let's add the twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Look over your left shoulder. Few more rounds. Pause at the top. And then drop your right fingertips and reach off. Get a nice side stretch, reaching those left fingers as much as you can, pressing down with your bottom hand to really accentuate that arc. And then inhale, go off the other way. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale. Pressing down with that bottom hand. Maybe looking up, but you could always rest your head down if your neck bothers you. Inhale, back through center. We're going to come around now onto all fours, wrist under shoulders, knees under hips, and from neutral. Make sure you're pressing down with those hands and your fingers are spreading and that you're not rolling out one way or the other. You want to be planted, maybe even clawing your fingertips. You just want them very active. Knees under hips, toes can be flat or curled under, and then for cat, pull your belly button in, your core in, round behind the back of your heart. Drop your head. Keep pressing down with your hands to really accentuate the curve behind the heart. And then rock the other way for cow, tilting your tailbones, pressing down and like with a slight away action so you can broaden across your heart. So it's away and like forward, like create some resistance here. So my back end's pulling back and I'm pulling my front end forward and I'm an emaciated cow. All right, and then rock between the two and just try to move at your own pace with your own breath. Just try to focus on having nice smooth movements. And then come back to neutral. Curl your toes under, lift your knees, and press your hips back towards your feet. And then send your hips high, keeping your knees bent. Look between your hands, keep making sure you're pressing your hands away, down strongly, sending those hips high. And then you can drop your head, but keep your knees as bent as you need to maintain this nice long spine. Maybe pedal out your feet. Breathing deeply. And then we're going to send our right toes to the sky. Trying to keep our pelvis squared down towards the mat, not opening up the hip. Still that same, really pressing through those hands strongly. And then coming up on the ball of the back foot, start to shift knee into navel, really arch up to step through. And then pause for a moment. Focus on pressing strongly out your back heel. And then we're gonna engage those legs. Inhale, squeeze, lift up, high lunge. A few breaths here. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let's place the left hand down by the right foot. And then inhale, twist open. Maybe look up. Again, if that's okay with your neck. And then right hand comes down. Drop your back knee. Press through your front heel to help pull that right hip back. Half splits. You can lift your chin, coming forward, and then exhale. Go ahead and drop the head from there. Shift back forward, lift your back knee, squeeze, come back up, high lunge, drop your right hand, twist open, maybe look behind you, trying to keep your legs steady, and now back through high lunge. Exhale, come down over your front leg to plank. Pause and plank. A few breaths. Always lowering the knees, If you want a little less intensity. And then elbows in, lowering slowly. Shoulders lifted all the way down. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back and keep coming. Inhale, baby cobra, no arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Maybe use a little bit of hands, a little bit of cobra. Then exhale, lower. Clasp the hands behind your low back now. Make sure your shoulders are still behaving, rolling up and back. And then inhale, lift your toes. Pull your fists to the back of the room, back of your mat. Breathe. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, release. Rest your head on your hands for a moment. And then hands under shoulders. Inhale, lift baby cobra once more. No arms. Exhale, widen the knees, toes touch. Press your hips back for child's pose. Rest your forehead on the earth or on a block. And then inhale, come back onto all fours. Curl your toes under, lift your knees, hips back, up, downward dog. Few breaths here. And then inhale, left toes to the sky. And then to step through, coming up on the ball, the back foot, knee into navel. And pressing strongly out your back heel. Squeeze those legs together. And come up to high lunge. Pressing energy out that back heel. This front thigh is slightly rolling open so I can see my big toe. There's a slight engaged. My back glute is engaging so I can keep my pelvis squared forward. And then right hand comes down, and we are going to twist open with the left hand. Maybe look up. Try to keep your hips where they were and all that work still going. And then come both hands around that front foot. Lower your back knee. Press through that front heel. To square out your hips once more for half splits. Fingertips on either side or on blocks. Chin lifts. Pulling length forward as much as we can. And then dropping the head. Breathing deeply. And then inhale, shift back forward, lift your back knee, get ready, engage, squeeze those legs, lift up, back into high lunge, and then that right hand sweeps open, twist open with the upper body, maybe look back at that back hand. Inhale, back through high lunge. Exhale over your front leg. Through plank, pausing a moment. And then engage, elbows in your side, shoulders lifting all the way to the ground. And then from here, lift up into Sphinx. So put elbows on your shoulders, forearms press down, pull into yourself some. See if you can grow a little taller through your spine here. Pick one leg up, reach it back further. Do the same on the other side. Pause, breathe here for a moment. And then feel free to stay here and do this position, or kick your back feet in, reach for your feet or your ankles, and then you can also strap them if you can't reach, and then inhale, kick up, exhale, lower, inhale, kick up, exhale, lower. Inhale. Let's keep going for several more. Last one, pause at the top. And release. Rest your forehead on your hands. Take a few breaths here. Maybe sway the hips side to side. And then hands under shoulders. Press up onto all fours. Maybe rolling it out a little. And then curl your toes under. Lift your knees, hips back and up. Downward dog. Maybe swaying the heels side to side. Getting a little stretch in the sides of your body. Inhale, left toes to the sky. Coming up on the ball of the back foot. Lifting high, knee in the navel, stepping through. And then turning the toes to the long edge of the mat. Maybe even turning the toes just a little in. And then really extend that booty to the sky. Can't think of the right words. Inhale, lift up and away with the hands. Use blocks here if you like. Pausing. Maybe just staying here Or if you want to forward fold, drop the head. Breathe. Let the head, neck, face relax. Keep the legs engaged. And then halfway look up. From here we're gonna bring our hands to our hips, bend in those knees, come all the way up. Adjust your stance if you need to. You have to be able to turn the heels in. Preparing for goddess pose. Squatting down low. And then here we're gonna imagine drawing the legs lightly, feet down and into one another instead of lifting. Exhale, press away. Inhale, squeeze, lift some. Exhale, press away. Couple more. Hands to hips. Go ahead and straighten the legs. Shake it out. Turn the toes back towards the front. Come over your front leg. Step plank. Pausing here. And we're going to flow through some side planks. And we're just going to rotate to the left. Keep pressing down strongly with that hand. Down through that side body. Float this top hand up and back down to plank hands. And roll the other way. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then pause and plank. Lower the knees. Hands come out in front now. Knees stay under the hips as we lower our heart towards or to the earth. Chin comes forward or forehead drops down. Puppy pose. And then shifting down through onto your belly, back into Sphinx pose for just a moment. Pressing down and in, helping you lift up, way broaden across the heart. Now, you want to do little figure eights with the nose, roll out the neck. Or just hold statically. And then lower some, press, maybe cobra, no arms. Breathe. And then hands down, press back into child's pose. And then walk your fingers to the right. Take a couple breaths here. Just staying low. Walk your fingers to the left. Move your fingers back through center. Come up to seated. We're gonna shift off to one side, draw the feet around out in front of you, keeping the knees bent, grab the feet, keeping contact, torso to thighs, begin to straighten your legs, but only come as far as you can maintain that contact. Keeping your chin lifted will help keep this nice and long. And then when you have all that and you're like, okay, this is it, then you can go ahead, drop your head, take nice deep breaths up and down the spine. You can imagine like starting at the tailbone, breathing all the way to the tip of your head and back down. Inhale, your head, core engaged, gently come on now. We're gonna draw the soles of the feet together now. Press them strongly, reach behind you. Press down with your hands to lift your chest up. Maybe come a little closer to your feet, maybe not. And then open them like a book. Press those edges together strongly and then create the sensation of them drawing back into you. So try to keep your legs active and then lifting up through the chest. Maybe come forward some. Send breath to all those sensational places. And then bring your feet a little bit further out in front of you so you're making more of a diamond shape with your legs. Create 2 fists worth between your hands, still pressing that edge of your knife edge of your foot strongly down and creating this action like I'm pulling my booty into my feet just to create the activation. And then just go ahead and round over and drop the head in this one and breathe. Mainly trying to keep the activation in the legs. Up and those legs out front as we prepare to lay down onto our backs. Taking a moment to get comfy, feel adjusted, and then draw your right knee into your chest. Extend your left toes long. then draw your knee a little bit more towards your left armpit. Pause again. And then hook your toes in the knee crease and draw that knee all the way across. Reach your right hand out and look to the right. Enjoy the twist. Back through center, re-straighten, adjust, extend your right leg now, draw your left knee into you, pausing. And then right knee towards your other armpit, pausing for just a moment. Then hook those toes in your knee crease and draw that knee over even more. Reach, look to the left. Breathe into the twist. Back through center, coming undone. Knees as wide as the mat, cactus the arms, and then tick-tock the knees off one way. Inhaling through center, exhale the other way. Through center, pause, hug the knees in, roll around a little on the low back if that feels good to you. And then squeeze all your muscles tight, hold your breath. And when you can't hold it any longer, you're going to release out into Shavasana. Final resting pose. The feet roll out. Palms turn up, shoulders gently roll under. Taking time to take any kind of variations that you need to so that you can let go for the next several minutes. Maybe bolster under the knee, eye pillow, blanket. Do what you need to do to find the most comfort and ease. Sit and hold space and guide you out in just a few minutes. Always feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, or if you're ready, you can roll to your right side and just pause for a moment there, taking a few moments, taking a few breaths. And then using your hands to push yourself back to a seated position, pausing once more, just coming back, noticing how you're feeling, and any differences between the beginning of class and now, without judgment, just practicing staying present. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within you. Take care.